Come on. Good afternoon, everyone. Maybe good morning on the West Coast. Good evening in Europe. If you're joining the live stream, say hello. Come on. Give me a little hands up, little hand clap. Today is a great day to talk about change, and are you ready for change? And I wanted to also give everyone who's following on the live stream, connected with me on LinkedIn or Facebook or Twitter. Remember, tomorrow at 1 o'clock, we have a very, very important live stream event where I'm going to introduce a new framework for dealers and agencies to optimize their Google Ads campaigns to give dealers more effective ad spend to increase the return on ad spend. Now, the team at PCG Digital has been working on this for months, and the research that we published in late August has transformed the automotive industry, and now we have a new framework to work from to improve the return on ad spend from Google Ads campaigns. There's been a lot of questions. Of course, we already have the framework tested, in place, and in working order. Now I wanted to share that with the automotive industry so everyone can get better. But dealers who are looking for a competitive edge, as you plan for the year ahead, and well, change is going to occur once more, I wanted to give my colleagues the best opportunity to succeed, the absolute best opportunity to succeed. And that's why we're doing this live stream event. So if you go to brianpash.com, you can sign up, or just brianpash.com/live stream, and you can register, because if you register for the live stream event, you'll also get the links to build the new views, the service and sales views in Google Analytics. You'll also get some tips and techniques on how to recognize certain events based on the different digital retailing tools or websites. So this is going to be a very, very important live stream event tomorrow, December 9th at 1 p.m. So make sure you're registered, and please share this link. I also wanted to just encourage all members of the vendor community to please get their products registered for the AWA Awards. The award ceremony is at NADA this year, like it has been in the past when we're meeting physically on Thursday night. And we recognize the best products in automotive retail for sales and service, CRM, messaging, communications, websites, digital retailing tools, service drive tools, employee training, marketing automation, human resources. Well, there's 16 categories this year. So make sure you get your products registered by going to awa.autos. I wanted to mention about Are You Ready for Change? Because I am absolutely convinced that this is the best time in the last 16 years that I've seen dealers should be investing in retooling. You know, if you went through the recession of 2008, 2009, you know, dealers were scrambling for survival. This crisis has actually been a boom for auto dealers, where they have the least number of employees, the least number of cars on their lot, the highest turn rate, the highest profitability. And yet there are still a number of sales processes that need to be updated. There are still some employee training and retention strategies that need to be updated. We need to rethink our marketing. We need to rethink our, whole business strategy to remain nimble for the competition. So I want to encourage you that this is the time to lean in and address the gaps in your business that are preventing you from full operational efficiency, from the most excellent customer experience. And there's some solutions, obviously, on the market. We're going to identify many of the best products and solutions that dealers may not even heard about at the AWA Awards. And what we had announced last week is, for the first time, the week before NADA, 4 days, 4 hours a day, almost like the home shopping network for automotive products. We are going to have an amazing online show. We're going to be talking about the products, the dealers who are using these products for 4 days to help dealers, whether you're going to NADA or not, to get that ultimate shopping list of the latest tools, technologies, consulting strategies that are helping dealers become efficient. But I want to also mention 2 other things. If you work at a dealer group with 10 or more franchise stores, the Automotive CXO Network has been officially announced. You're hearing it first today. We did a test. We did the Automotive CXO Summit at AAAS as a test, and the people that came out to the CXO Summit were just blown away. It was a one-day event for C-suite executives with 10 or more stores. We have now formalized that. So we will be meeting 3 times a year. And this is for, again, CMOs, CIOs, CFOs, CEOs, CROs of dealer groups with 10 or more stores. We'll meet 3 times a year. We're going to meet again in February, and that is either going to be in Dallas or Nashville. We're just finalizing that location. Then we're going to meet in May in Napa Valley, and then in November in Palm Beach, Florida. 3 times a year. Are you ready for change? That was the topic of today's live stream. And the reason why I bring this up is there's massive consolidation going on. There's a lot of change going on as smaller dealer groups and individual stores are being acquired and rolled into larger organizations. There's a reason for that, because operational efficiency is absolutely critical. And tell you the truth, for years, dealers could make money running a dealership any way they want. But when you really put in solid processes and accountability measures, when you really leverage technology, or as we discussed at the CXO Summit, your own data lake with your own data mining tools, with your own data analytics tools, well then, just like every other industry, there's amazing profits that can be realized. For dealer groups, just improving website conversion by 0.5% could be tens of millions of dollars for larger dealer groups. Let me say that again. Just improving website conversion by 0.5% could be millions of dollars of additional profit. If you have any doubt about that, well, you're not thinking about the business properly. You see, there are simple strategies that my brother Glenn and I have been teaching that have been to simplify website design, to focus on primary call to actions that consumers want by implementing real-time retailing instead of chasing. I mean, there's how many seminars are there how to teach your BDC to follow up leads? But the most valuable leads, which come from your website, normally come, the majority of them, during normal business hours. So why aren't you serving instead of chasing? I bring this up is because 2022, there's some interesting challenges ahead. Are you ready for change? We've seen the latest updates from Stellantis pushing dealers to use their digital retailing tool, which in many cases is inferior to the other products that are available on the market. This tool takes consumers off the dealers' websites. They have announced that they're removing co-op funds for the previously approved digital retailing platforms, and they're pushing hard that by the end of Q1 of next year, there'll only be the Stellantis digital retailing tool on the website. Now, what Stellantis is missing is the idea that automotive retail is so dependent on its dealer network. And if they minimize the cooperation of the dealer network, then we get an article like was written from the gentleman at Jalopnik. If you want an amazing wake-up call for manufacturers, please read the Jalopnik critique of the Nissan at Home buying experience. This writer from Jalopnik shared his journey trying to buy a car online. Nissan is out in the market talking about Nissan at home. The sad news is that no one's home, meaning you can do all you want on a national website, but if the dealers aren't participating, if there's not a smooth connection, it's really a bad home experience. And that's what the writer at Jalopnik talked about. What happens when the OEMs push to a single solution that the dealers don't want to support? Instead of having an open head digital retailing platform where the manufacturers, just like websites, set standards, and that as long as the digital retailing tools comply by these standards and plug into the Nissan's APIs, why wouldn't Nissan allow choice? They allow choice digital marketing providers. They allow choice in website providers. They allow choice in CRM providers, DMS implementations, and service drive tools. But all of a sudden, ego has really taken in on this huge land grab. And this land grab is, I want to own the digital retailing experience. The digital retailing tools, and many you might want to say, are just the next level or the next generation of automotive websites. Although digital retailing doesn't have to be done on a website anymore, it is really the next generation of customer interaction tools. Consumers are used to going to their local dealer, looking at local dealer stock, used to talking with local. Somehow we've lost this idea that the dealer network is a valuable piece of the overall consumer and brand experience. Now, other manufacturers are doing an amazing job, like Mercedes-Benz, creating an open data lake and an open environment with brand consistent standards. We've seen this with some of the OEMs that are more dealer-centric, that they're just saying, look, if you comply by these choices, these brand standards, you could use any one of these digital retailing tools. What happens if Stellantis is successful in forcing the dealers to take all customers who want to purchase a new or used car off the dealer's website to a national portal? What does the future of automotive retail look like franchisees? You know, in Europe, Stellantis canceled all of their franchise dealers' contracts, gave them 2 years and said, hey, we may or may not be renewing your contract. But when you renew that contract, guess what? You're going to be more of an agent with a fixed fee commission for selling a car. This is the complete opposite of what the American automotive retail model looks like. Are there ways to improve automotive retail? Yes, but we have to be ready for change, but change that is going to be implemented properly. And we're going to be talking more about that in the year ahead. I'll be creating a new subscription service for automotive insights for dealers to lock into, sharing some best practices, showcasing products that are working to help the change happen. But the real question is, will dealers stand up for their retail model? So far, I have seen zero pushback from NADA and basically zero coordinated effort within the dealer community on these aggressive about-face moves to create a national sales portal against the best interests of franchise dealers. Now, I understand that there's something to say about having a single process, a brand experience, but that can be done in a distributed fashion. It doesn't have to be put crappy technology on a national site that can't pencil a deal accurately and then force dealers to pick up the pieces when the customer is dissatisfied because the national portal didn't take into account some of the, well, trickier deals that dealers have to deal with all the time. We're at a unique time where dealers are afraid of pushing back. Dealers are short on inventory. And in fact, the manufacturers, through stories that have been told to me, are using inventory as another club to get dealers to comply. That's right. Hey, if you put this technology on your website, if you support our national portal, I'll give you some extra cars. Is that legal? I don't know. I'm not an attorney, but change is coming. And I want to encourage the dealer community, especially the larger dealer groups, to join the Automotive CXO network and come to the 3 Automotive CXO summits, which will be scheduled in 2022. We need to work together to understand how to change, how to deliver the best customer experience, how to be operationally efficient, how to own and manage our data, how to use our own first-party data to be operationally efficient and responsible in our marketing. There's so many topics. And of course, I'm committed to dealer education and to being a conduit for the dealer community. But the real question is, are dealers going to band together or cower to the OEM mandates that are absolutely disruptive to dealer groups who are trying to create their own local brand experience, their own local customer promise? Could you imagine a dealer group in a small market with 10 stores having 10 different digital retailing tools, 10 different workflows? What kind of marketing expressions could they communicate? Hey, come to Pash Auto Group where you'll have 10 different buying experiences and 10 different tools, and you'll get 10 different trade-in offers depending on which store you go to. You see, there has to be some common sense. I understand the value of data. I understand the value of tierless marketing, and I understand that nothing succeeds without the support of the dealer network. Please read the Jalopnik article that was published about this writer's experience with Nissan at home. It's either we're working together or we're working against each other. And the brute force tactics that may be used in Europe and other parts of the country are not going to sit well within the automotive dealer community. I don't see people waking up. Here's what I do see. I see people bitching and complaining behind the scenes, but everyone's afraid to speak up. Well, if we keep on acting like that, we are going to be in a very sad state where what we thought was impossible in automotive retail in the United States is going to become a reality. The loss of leverage by franchise dealers in the OEM community. Now, some OEMs are doing a great job. I think Toyota is doing an amazing job in working with dealers and transitioning to solutions that work for them. So hats off to the team at Toyota and SmartPath. I mentioned Mercedes. I think they're doing a great job in creating a more open network, knowing that the dealers need choice. And we'll be talking more about this in the new year ahead. The real question is, are you ready for change? Change is coming in how we hire and retain. Change is coming on how we market. Change is coming on how we retain our existing customers. Change is coming on how we even sell cars and service cars. And of course, if you'd like to be part of this network where change management is discussed, make sure you reach out to me, Brian at brianpash.com. And if you're part of a group with 10 or more stores, I invite you to this exclusive group, the Automotive CXO Network, and the 3 times a year that we're going to meet. In the meantime, I want to wish everyone an amazing holiday season, a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, a Happy Hanukkah we just passed through. And remember, tomorrow, 1 o'clock, we have the amazing live stream event introducing the new framework that has now been tested and proven by the team at PCG Digital. And now we're going to talk about it to transform the entire automotive industry with, well, a new framework to improve the return on ad spend on Google. So if you're ready for change, join me tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and then join me next year on an amazing journey where we're going to be leaning in and doing more teaching, more tactical newsletters, and special events to help dealers sell more cars in a digital age. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Just in the comments there, say hello. I always like to see who's watching throughout the live stream, and many of you will watch this later. So just put in the comment, hey, Brian, I was watching. Hey, I agree with you. Or maybe you disagree with me. That's fine too. So have a great day. I'm going to step off camera, get back to work, and I'll see you tomorrow, December 9th at 1 p.m. East Coast time for an amazing discussion on improving the return on ad spend for Google advertising campaigns.